This video is not claiming that the Earth is flat. It is not supportive of flat Earth claims. However, it is also not about attacking specific flat Earth claims. In this video, we will be discussing what is actually behind the flat Earth movement. Now, I'm not talking some grand conspiracy. However, the flat Earth movement is more than just some ignorant nutcases spewing nonsense. Put simply, there are reasons to suspect that the flat Earth movement is at its heart an attack on the democratization of science. It is ultimately an attack on anyone who would challenge or even disagree with the claims of the scientific establishment. In addition to this, the flat Earth movement is a direct attack on Christianity and the Bible. Flat Earthers misinterpret the Bible to claim that it teaches a flat Earth. You have probably heard the story that Christopher Columbus proved the Earth was round. The story claims that Christopher Columbus believed the Earth was round and wanted to prove it by sailing west to China, but he faced opposition because the church taught that the Earth was flat based on the Bible. However, this story is a total myth promoted by 19th century writers, and it has no basis in fact. First of all, the church never taught that the Earth is flat, and neither does the Bible. Second, the dispute Columbus had regarding his voyage was on the size of the Earth and not its shape. Columbus mistakenly thought that the Earth was smaller than it is, and that Asia was larger than it is. As a result, he greatly underestimated the length of the voyage. Those that opposed funding the voyage thought the voyage would be too long for a ship to carry sufficient supplies for the crew. The main culprits were Washington Ivan Carver and Tony Jean Lejeune. Irving wrote The Life and Voyages of Christopher Columbus in 1828, saying that Columbus's voyage proved the Earth was round. However, it is mostly fiction. Sadly, this myth has even been taught as fact in schools. Flat Earthers will often point to verses in the Bible that they claim teaches that the Earth is flat. Ironically, they use the same verses that have been used by atheists to attack the Bible for over a century. However, when you actually look at these verses, they teach nothing of the kind. Invariably, not only are these verses taken out of context, but in both cases they are insisting that the word Earth refers to the entire planet. However, in most cases this is not true because, except when the context indicates otherwise, the word Earth, as used in the Bible, refers only to dry land. This is evident by the fact that several times in the Bible, the earth and sea are referred to as separate things. It gets even worse for this claim because the Bible specifically defines earth as dry land. Genesis 1:9-10. And God said, "Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together in one place, and let dry land appear." And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. And God saw that it was good. This clearly shows that the word earth refers to dry land and not the entire planet. Despite atheistic claims that the Bible says the earth is flat, the main group that has been pushing the idea of a flat earth is actually dominated by atheists and agnostics. The Flat Earth Society indicates as such on their Twitter page. Add this to the fact that flat earthers are making the same claims about the Bible as atheists have been. Furthermore, add the fact that this movement falls right into the hands of atheists as a way of attacking Christians. When all of this is put together, the atheistic roots of the modern flat earth movement are clear. What is particularly telling about the truth behind the flat earth movement is the fact that they are a perfect match to the stereotype that is often given to anyone who questions theories of the scientific establishment. This is particularly true of what is often claimed about creationists and climate change skeptics. Both groups are often accused of being anti-science, ignoring evidence, and of denying science. Now, while this is not true of creationists and climate change skeptics, it is abundantly true of flat earthers. To believe that the earth is flat, you have to deny a lot of science and evidence that points to a spherical earth. This is not a case of disagreement over interpretation. To believe in a flat earth, you actually have to believe that all the pictures taken of the earth from space are fakes. Flat earthers are too perfect a fit to the anti-science stereotype for this to be a coincidence. It also provides these largely atheistic intellectual elites an argument against the democratization of science. It is simply too good of a fit to an often used stereotype to not have originated with the people to whom this stereotype is the most beneficial. Now, I am not saying that this is a large conspiracy, because it does not require one. All that would be required is a fairly small group. However, once the Flat Earth movement is seen as an attack on the democratization of science, a lot of things about the movement make sense. If this is true, the Flat Earth movement will be used to attack any form of the democratization of science. Because if this is true, there are intellectual elites who want to be the sole arbiters of what is and is not science and of truth. This includes a desire for everyone to bow their intellect to that of these intellectual elites.